Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Today. I'm Emma, and I'm here to help you speak English with confidence.
And I'm Noah. Sorry about that.
Noah, are you okay? You don't sound very good.
Honestly, I'm not feeling well. I woke up this morning with a terrible headache, and my throat is really sore. I think I need to see a doctor.
Oh no. Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to learn how to talk to a doctor in English. This is one of the most important skills you can have, especially when you're traveling or living in an English-speaking country.
This is perfect timing for me. But I'm a bit nervous. What if I don't know the right words to describe how I feel?
Don't worry. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly what to say at the doctor's office, from making an appointment to describing your symptoms and understanding prescriptions.
That's really helpful. And friends, if this lesson is useful for you, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Speak English Today.
Yes, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a lesson, and share this video with anyone who might need to visit a doctor in English. Okay, Noah, let's start from the beginning. You need to call the doctor's office to make an appointment.
Right. But what do I say when I call?
Let me show you. I'll be the receptionist and you call to make an appointment. Ready?
Ready.
Simulation 1. Calling the doctor's office. Good morning, City Medical Center. This is Sarah speaking. How may I help you?
Hi. I'd like to make an appointment with a doctor, please.
Of course. Are you a new patient or an existing patient?
I'm a new patient.
Welcome. May I have your full name, please?
Yes, it's Noah Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. And what's the reason for your visit today?
I'm not feeling well. I have a sore throat and a headache.
I'm sorry to hear that. How long have you had these symptoms?
Since yesterday morning, so about 2 days now.
Okay, we have an opening today at 2 p.m. with Dr. Martinez or tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Dr. Chen. Which works better for you?
Today at 2 p.m. would be great, thank you.
Perfect. I've scheduled you for 2 p.m. today with Dr. Martinez. Please arrive 15 minutes early to fill out some paperwork. Do you have insurance?
Yes, I have Blue Cross insurance.
Excellent. Please bring your insurance card and a form of ID. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that's everything. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Feel better soon, and we'll see you at 2 p.m. Great job, Noah. You made your first appointment in English. Let's talk about some key phrases you used.
I said I'd like to make an appointment, and I'm not feeling well.
Perfect. And when the receptionist asked how long you've had symptoms, you said, since yesterday morning. That's really important. Doctors always want to know when your symptoms started.
What if I need an emergency appointment? What if it's really serious?
Good question. If it's urgent, you can say, I need to see a doctor as soon as possible, or this is urgent. For real emergencies like chest pain, difficulty breathing, or severe injuries, you should call emergency services or go to the emergency room.
That's important to know. Okay, so now it's 1:45 p.m. and I'm at the doctor's office. What happens next?
You'll check in at the reception desk. Let's practice that now. I'll be the receptionist again. Simulation 2. Checking in at the doctor's office. Good afternoon. Welcome to City Medical Center.
Hi, I have an appointment at 2 p.m. with Dr. Martinez.
Perfect. What's your name, please?
Noah Anderson.
Great. I have you right here, Mr. Anderson. Is this your first visit with us?
Yes, it is.
Wonderful. I'll need to see your insurance card and a photo ID, please.
Here you go.
Thank you. Now, I have some forms for you to fill out. This one is your medical history. It asks about allergies, current medications, and past illnesses. This one is about your emergency contact, and this is our privacy policy.
Okay, what should I write for allergies?
Do you have any allergies to medications, like penicillin or aspirin?
No, I don't have any allergies.
Then just write none or no known allergies. Same with medications. If you're not taking any pills or medicine regularly, write none.
Got it. Filling out forms? All done.
Perfect. Your copay today is $30. You can pay now or after your appointment.
What's a copay?
A copay is the amount you pay for a doctor's visit when you have insurance. Your insurance covers the rest. It's usually between $20 and $50.
I'll pay now. Paying. Here you are.
Thank you. Please have a seat in the waiting room. The nurse will call you shortly.
How long is the wait usually?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes longer if the doctor is running behind schedule.
Okay, I'm in the waiting room now. I'm feeling pretty nervous.
That's normal, but you're doing great. Now, let's talk about how to describe your symptoms. This is the most important part.
I know I have a headache and a sore throat, but what if the doctor asks more questions?
Let's learn the common words for symptoms. Repeat after me. Fever.
Fever. That's when your body temperature is high, right?
Exactly. Normal body temperature is about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius. If it's 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius or higher, you have a fever. What else? Cough.
Cough. I have a little bit of a cough today.
Is it a dry cough or a wet cough? A dry cough means no mucus. A wet cough produces phlegm.
Ugh, that's not a nice image. Mine is a dry cough.
Here are more symptoms: sore throat, runny nose, stuffy nose, sneezing, body aches, chills, nausea, dizzy, and fatigue.
Wait, what's the difference between dizzy and fatigue?
Dizzy means you feel like the room is spinning, or you might lose your balance. Fatigue means you're extremely tired and have no energy.
I definitely have fatigue. I feel exhausted.
Poor Noah. Here's a helpful tip. Doctors often ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is your pain? 1 means almost no pain, and 10 means the worst pain imaginable.
That's useful. My headache is probably a 6 out of 10.
Perfect. Now let's practice the actual doctor's appointment. I'll be Dr. Martinez. Are you ready?
Nervously, I think so.
Simulation 3, in the examination room. Mr. Anderson, I'm Dr. Martinez. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, doctor.
Please, have a seat. So I see from your chart that you're not feeling well. Tell me what's going on.
Well, I have a really bad headache and a sore throat. I've also been coughing a little bit.
Okay. When did these symptoms start?
They started 2 days ago, on Monday morning.
And have the symptoms gotten worse, stayed the same, or gotten better?
They've gotten a little worse. Yesterday the headache was mild, but today it's pretty bad.
I see. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the headache pain?
About a 6.
All right. Do you have a fever? Have you taken your temperature?
I feel warm, but I haven't checked my temperature.
No problem. We'll check that in a moment. Are you experiencing any other symptoms? Runny nose, body aches, nausea?
Yes, actually. My whole body feels achy, and I'm really tired all the time.
Fatigue and body aches. Got it. Any vomiting or diarrhea?
No, nothing like that.
Good. Now, are you currently taking any medications?
No, I'm not taking anything.
Any allergies to medications?
No allergies.
Excellent. Let me do a quick examination. I'm going to check your temperature, listen to your lungs, and look at your throat.
Okay.
Okay, your temperature is 101.5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a fever. Now take a deep breath in and out. Again. Good. Your lungs sound clear. Now open your mouth and say, ah.
Ah.
Your throat is quite red and inflamed. I can see some swelling. Let me check your lymph nodes. Touching neck. They're a bit swollen. Based on your symptoms, I believe you have a viral infection, probably the flu or a bad cold.
Is it serious?
It's not serious, but you'll need to rest. Viral infections usually clear up on their own in 5 to 7 days. However, I want to run a quick strep test to make sure it's not strep throat, which is bacterial.
What's a strep test?
I'll use a cotton swab to take a sample from your throat. It only takes a second. Open wide and swab. Done. We'll have the results in about 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. After a pause. Good news, the test is negative. It's not strep throat, so it's definitely a viral infection. Here's what I recommend. Get plenty of rest, drink lots of fluids like water and hot tea, and use a humidifier if you have one. For the pain and fever, you can take over-the-counter medication.
Over the counter. What does that mean?
Over-the-counter, or OTC, means you don't need a prescription. You can buy it directly at a pharmacy. I recommend acetaminophen or ibuprofen for the headache and fever. Follow the instructions on the bottle.
How much should I take?
For acetaminophen, take 500 milligrams every 6 hours. For ibuprofen, take 400 milligrams every 6 to 8 hours. Don't exceed the maximum daily dose.
Should I take anything for my throat?
You can use throat lozenges or spray. Gargling with warm salt water also helps. Mix half a teaspoon of salt in a glass of warm water.
Do I need a prescription for anything?
No prescription needed for this, but if your symptoms don't improve in 3 to 4 days, or if they get worse, come back and see me. Also, if you develop difficulty breathing, chest pain, or a fever over 103 degrees Fahrenheit, go to the emergency room immediately.
Okay, I understand. Thank you, doctor.
You're welcome. I'll give you a doctor's note for work if you need one. Rest up and feel better soon.
Wow, that was really detailed. I learned so much.
You did great, Noah. Let's review the important vocabulary we learned today.
We started with making an appointment. I said I'd like to make an appointment and explained my symptoms.
Right. And at check-in, you learned about insurance cards, co-pays, and filling out medical forms.
Then, with the doctor, I described my symptoms: headaches, sore throat, cough, fever, body aches, and fatigue.
You also learned how to answer the doctor's questions, when symptoms started, how bad the pain is on a scale of 1 to 10, and what medications you're taking.
The doctor did an examination, checked my temperature, listened to my lungs, and looked at my throat.
And finally, you learned about treatment. Over-the-counter medication like acetaminophen and ibuprofen, throat lozenges, and home remedies like gargling with salt water.
Don't forget the dosage instructions: 500 milligrams every 6 hours for acetaminophen.
Exactly. Let's also talk about some common medical vocabulary you might see at a pharmacy.
Yes, please. I need to buy medicine after this.
Here are keywords. Prescription is a doctor's written order for medicine. Pharmacy or drugstore is where you buy medicine. Pharmacist is the person who helps you. Dosage is how much medicine to take. Side effects are negative reactions to medicine, like drowsiness or upset stomach.
What if I can't swallow pills?
Great question. You can ask for liquid medicine or chewable tablets. Just tell the pharmacist, I have trouble swallowing pills. Do you have this in liquid form?
That's so helpful. What about refills?
A refill is when you get more of the same prescription. Some prescriptions allow refills, others don't. Always check the label.
This is all really useful information. I feel much more confident now.
I'm so glad. Before we finish, let's practice a few more phrases you might need at the doctor's office.
Okay.
If you don't understand something, say, could you explain that again, please? Or, I don't understand. Can you say that more slowly?
That's important because medical terms can be complicated.
Exactly. And if you need the doctor to write something down, say, could you write that down for me, please?
What if I need a referral to a specialist?
A specialist is a doctor who focuses on one area, like a cardiologist for the heart or a dermatologist for skin. You can ask, do I need to see a specialist?
And if I need to schedule a follow-up appointment?
A follow-up is another appointment to check your progress. Say, when should I come back for a follow-up? Or do I need a follow-up appointment?
Perfect. I have one more question. What if it's an emergency and I need to call an ambulance?
In the US, call 911. In the UK, call 999. Say, I need an ambulance. This is an emergency. Then describe what's happening. Someone is unconscious, or I'm having chest pain.
That's critical information. I hope I never need it, but it's good to know.
Absolutely. Okay, everyone, let's do a quick review of all the key phrases from today.
When making an appointment, you said I'd like to make an appointment and I'm not feeling well.
Right. And at check-in, you learned about insurance cards, co-pays, and filling out medical forms.
Then, with the doctor, I described my symptoms: headache, sore throat, cough, fever, body aches, and fatigue.
You also learned how to answer the doctor's questions, when symptoms started, how bad the pain is on a scale of 1 to 10, and what medications you're taking. When asking for clarification, could you explain that again? And could you write that down?
And don't forget, I have allergies to penicillin, or I'm taking medication for high blood pressure.
Excellent summary. Friends, we hope this lesson helps you feel confident talking to a doctor in English. Your health is important, and being able to communicate clearly makes all the difference.
If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Tell us in the comments, have you ever visited a doctor in English? What was your experience?
We love reading your comments and answering your questions. And if you have topics you'd like us to cover, let us know.
Next time on Speak English Today, we'll learn English for the restaurant, how to order food like a native speaker.
Until then, take care of your health, keep practicing, and keep speaking English today.
And excuse me while I go rest. Bye, everyone.
Feel better, Noah. Goodbye, friends.
See you next time.